You are not the center of everyone's attention, and realizing that is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Hello, and welcome to Curious Growth, the Daily Dose. I'm the curator. Have you ever tripped in public and felt a wave of hot embarrassment, convinced that every single person on the street stopped to watch? Or maybe you wore a new shirt and you were sure everyone was commenting on it, for better or worse. This feeling, this deep-seated conviction that we are constantly on stage, is a universal human experience. But here's the truth. The spotlight you feel is mostly imaginary. This phenomenon is what psychologists call the spotlight effect. It's our tendency to drastically overestimate the degree to which our appearance and actions are noticed by others. We walk through the world as the main character of our own story, and we naturally assume we're at least a supporting character in everyone else's. The reality is, most people are just as busy being the main character in their own story. So, why does this happen? The primary driver is a simple, fundamental bias. It's called egocentric bias. We are, by definition, at the center of our own universe. Our thoughts, feelings, and experiences are intensely real and immediate to us. We know we have a small stain on our shirt, so we assume that the stain is just as obvious to the person we're talking to. We're acutely aware of our nervous stutter in a presentation, so we believe the entire audience is cringing along with us. Our internal reality is so vivid that we have a hard time grasping that it isn't equally vivid for others. We fail to adjust our perspective to truly account for the fact that others have their own internal worlds, their own distractions, and their own stains to worry about. There's another layer to this. The illusion of transparency. This is the belief that our internal states, our anxiety, our excitement, our deception, are leaking out and are easily readable to others. If we feel anxious, we think we look anxious. If we're telling a small lie, we're sure our guilt is written all over our face. A classic study from Cornell University beautifully captured this. Researchers had a group of students wear an embarrassing t-shirt featuring a picture of Barry Manilow, which the students found cringeworthy, and then walk into a room of their peers. The students wearing the shirt predicted that about 50% of the people in the room would notice and identify the person on their shirt. The reality? Only about 25% actually did. The students felt a bright spotlight on them, but the audience was barely paying attention. So here is the big idea. True freedom is found in the shadows you thought were a spotlight. Embracing the reality of the spotlight effect isn't about feeling insignificant. It's about feeling liberated. It grants you the permission to try, to fail, to be awkward, and to be gloriously imperfect without the crushing weight of a non-existent audience. That embarrassing question you're afraid to ask in a meeting? Most people probably aren't even listening. That new hobby you're scared to try because you'll look foolish? The crowd you're worried about is busy with their own lives. Understanding this bias doesn't just reduce social anxiety. It builds courage. It gives you the space to be more authentic, to take more risks, and to focus your energy on what you're doing, rather than on how you think you're being perceived. So the next time you feel that hot flush of self-consciousness, take a breath and remember the spotlight effect. The stage is not as big as you think, and the audience is mostly in your head. Step out of the imaginary spotlight and into your real life. I'm the curator. Thank you for listening to Curious Growth.